Greetings, my name is Obaniko Hebu. I'm from a small town in the Nnewi South local government area, the headquarters of Nnewi South Ukpo in Anambra State. Ekenemono, greetings. I decided actually to speak on the defection of the proposed defection of uh, the governor of Delta State from the PDP to APC. It's no longer a rumor. My good friend Hediano Yago has also sent me the video and all that. So I believe it's no longer a rumor. But people are making a very wrong analysis, and if you continue to make that analysis, you will not understand what Asiwaju is doing. A lot of people are saying that PDP lost to P2B in 2023. And those votes will still not go to APC. Asiwaju is not asking for your votes. What they are trying to do is to cripple opposition. The governor of Delta State represents something more than votes in the PDP. The impression is that opposition is collapsing. So that if in the comfort of his house in Bodilon, the result is written and published even before the voting, the whole world would believe that there is no opposition in Nigeria. From now till 2027, there is no way the governor of Delta State and his team will not spend between 50 to 100 billion in Delta State promoting PDP. From councillorship to House of Assembly to governorship, senatorial election and presidential election, party meetings at ward levels, local government levels, state levels, zonal levels, and all that. Those monies are lost. Because even his re-election, the funds he's going to spend in his re-election will be channeled towards the promotion of APC, his current political party, not PDP. I think and I believe that when we focus or understand what Asiwaju is doing, we know how best to approach it. Forget about your analysis of the number of votes in 2027. Two things he wants to achieve. One, I've mentioned it, to make sure that the opposition is stripped of any form of funds. Of course, he doesn't need the money because he has enough. Yes, he has enough to promote or prosecute his elections. But he doesn't want to be challenged by the opposition. Two, he is trying to create the impression that the election is between the North and the South, because obviously the religious card he played with his Muslim ticket may not work in 2027. So he's looking for another thing now. His target is to instigate the Southerners and the Christians in the North to support him. And these two things will be achieved if he succeeds in getting the majority of the governors in the South to be in his political party. What we should do as in Nigeria is to first of all tell ourselves that we do not need funds. to make a change. Because as Asiwaju knows that if a presidential aspirant or a presidential candidate that is serious does not fund his activities from wherever he's coming from to all the wards in various states in the south, that they may lose the election, they will be considered not serious. So he is now, that is why he wants to strip the entire opposition of any source of funds. If he believes that you have funds and you have ever held any political position, they will come after you. They will use the EFCC to make sure your funds are kept in the cooler. You'll be on the run. So it's not about the votes. He's not interested in the votes. You don't. People are throwing out the figures. This person got 160 something thousand. This person got 360. That is not what bothers the Bola Ahmed Tinubu APC-led federal government. They are not interested in those figures. Another thing they are trying to do now, I told one of my friends on a platform we share, Shegu Chomi, that people who are promoting, who are urging P2B to now run for presidential election are doing exactly the same thing the governor of Delta State, who has left PDP to APC, that is doing. Because if you strip PDP of all those people that will provide the funds, even to maintain the party in their various states, and now you instigate a prominent figure in the southeast to run, what it means that the remaining support that the opposition could have gotten will be divided. Yes, I'm not neutral on this matter because I support Atiku Abubakar. I know you don't need to remind me on the comment section that Atiku is not a saint. Not at all. Please don't waste your time of accusing him or accusing me of collecting funds from him. I did not. I have never collected. If he gives me, I will take. So accuse me of collecting funds so that he will give me. Let's face the reality. I am an Igbo man from Anambra. I have been around for a while. And I think the shortest route to Igbo presidency is Atiku Abubakar. He is the only presidential candidate who did not win election, did not care about people who will be offended, came out publicly to announce that if he won the 2023 election, that he will hand over to an Igbo man. When that promise was first made by Ezemo, late Chief Raymond Dokwesi in Abia State, the attacks he got from Port Harcourt, I was with him that night in Umuahia. I was part of the TICOM team. Please, I will want anybody that was with us that day, if I'm lying, let the person disgrace me. Dokwesi wanted to resign from the TICOM movement because pressure was also mounted on Atiku that time. We insisted that he should continue. Then if Port Harcourt did not react, they would have assumed that he didn't care. That the impression I had that he's worried about an Igbo presidency that could affect him was wrong. But the reaction proved me right. Please, I am not against this South uniting against the North. I will be happy to do that. But let us see who is the president now, show that we have one South. Let him decongest Lagos. Let him provide security in our waters so that on a port, Calabar port, Warri port, Port Harcourt port will be functional. How many ports do we have in the south? But you can find out that the activities in even only Apapa Wharf swallows whatever that is happening within the south and southeast. If the ports in the southeast and south are functional in the old eastern Nigeria, if the ports are functional and you dredge River Niger down to Makurdi, down to Lokoja, that small vessels could pick goods from Port Harcourt, Warri, One, Calabar, take the goods down to Onisha, take the goods down to Lokoja, take the goods down to Makurdi. Economic activities will naturally take place along those routes. And Lagos will be decongested. Then you can now tell me about Southern unity. If not, my brothers, forget it. We have those of us from the southeast have no problems with the north. Myself and some of my friends believe that the shortest route to Igbo presidency as we speak today is through Atiku Abubakar. I'm looking forward to a situation where Atiku and Peter Obi will have some form of an arrangement where Atiku will do 4 years and Peter will serve as his vice. After 4 years, Peter will take over. Yes, you looking at me will tell me that Atiku may decide not to do 4 years. Even if Atiku decides to do 8 years, it's still a shorter route than the APC route for an Igbo presidency. So let's not be deceived about what is happening. You see, commentators telling you about, I've read what Saraki said. I've also read what so many people said. That PDP will do this. PDP will do what? I joined PDP as a student union activist, as the Attorney General of the Student Union Government of Nnamdi Azikiwe University. I led the students to that. I think it was St. Paul's field where the Kweme then came in 1998 or so to launch PDP in Anambra State. And since then, I've remained one. The solution to PDP problem is that the illegal occupant of the position of the national chairman, Damagun, who is damaging the party, should resign and go back to his position as the national deputy president, chairman, North. If Damagu resigns today, and a credible, I'm not talking about people like Autumn, a credible candidate emerges from the North Central and becomes the national chairman, in less than 3 weeks, the activities, you will see what will happen. But as long as you have Dabagun there, nothing is happening. Look at what happened in Anambra State. Someone from APC came and picked our ticket. Because no PDP member was interested in that ticket. Ticket to do what? What will you do with the ticket? Because if you become formidable with the ticket, the damaging Damagu will be used to even frustrate you within the party. I read what Saraki wrote. I am pleading with him. He did a fantastic job. When he stood his ground as the Senate president, he should consider probably if they should make efforts to see that even if he will go and replace Damagu, Susan them. So if anybody is not telling you about removing Damagu for the PDP to be, I mean, to be strong, then the person is being wicked. Or do I say wiped, by, according to Bakare. So, my people, today is 25th of April. And I'm worried that we will not be able to understand what Asiwaju is doing. If we do, then the problem is half solved. I can't even conclude by shouting PDP because I know it will be difficult, if not impossible, for power to go to the people unless people have realized and asked for the power.